Good day to you. This is Vivian Fabian speaking to you from the Rose Studio, my living, working studio. This is the 12th of September. Time is pushing, getting close to start the new exhibition for the fall, which starts, my exhibition starts every solstice, every change of season. So it's a beautiful sunny day, and I've been working furiously, as you see, in the Rose Studio, because I have not only the gallery, I have some other projects as well. But today I thought I'd stop to take a picture of the gallery, just the last time to show it. It is before I've changed it into what will be the exhibition for the autumn. There's so many things to do all at once, plus the housework. It would be surprising for some people to find that someone lives in a small place with the food supplied as I do, that they would have housework, but you do. For example, you have the dishes. Anyways, so this is how this is the last day almost of how the summer 2020 exhibit looks. So I thought this particular one was asked, a particular resident asked for this work to be put on the wall, because the theme of this gallery is supposed to be birds, songbirds, and musicians. And she didn't feel she was well represented, and she had a particular inclination for a certain musician. So she asked if I could find a picture to do it, or frame hers, which I actually went online, and I found one that's free to use, share, and modify commercially, and worked with it so that.
It's a nice camera.
Thank you. It's a Nikon.
Oh my God! Took pictures and all. It's you that takes all the pictures of what you.
Yes, I do.
Pretty darn good.
Pardon?
It's pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So she asked that someone from her background would be put on the wall. She had some experience with a gentleman in a garden. I went online for her. I don't usually do this, but she particularly was upset that she felt she was not represented. I've been working with the exhibition, and I've been figuring out some things. There's not enough time at this time. I was just talking about how much housework. That's not all. There's a lot of paperwork. If you've been listening to me, you know that I have a large backlog of unfiled work, and this is what's occupying me, and has occupied me for several years, and will be occupying me for several years more, I think, unless I could get help. So I figured, because of this reason, the reason I said this, the valuable gallery, and specifically the sunny corridor, has been less and less something I focus on. September 12th, part 2. The end of summer exhibition and the beginning of the autumn one. Well, the battery ran out, so the camera shut down, and this is impromptu, has to be part 2 of my tour of the final days of the summer and the summer exhibit. We're in the height of, we're near the ending of all the terrible stuff that's been happening in the pandemic. And I don't know what I talked about, but one of the things I was saying is that the gallery work continues, and whereas in the previous years I would have been replacing each and every one of these tableaus, I've had the good fortune to have received an inheritance of several beautiful tapestries like this one here. And the women's residence where this exhibition takes place, has been generous enough to let me hang them on the wall. So these have taken up some of the places. There are 26 places in 2 galleries. This particular gallery over here is the Sunny Corridor Gallery, called because of the bright yellow paint. And there's a Rose Studio Gallery, which is not open to the public, which is my living working space. So these works actually sometimes are very, very big. since the space is 99 square feet, the living working space, the Rose Studio, I'm glad to have the sunny corridor to hang up these big ones and several supporting ones. The work in the sunny corridor and the Rose Studio had before, I changed all the works every season, but now it's not possible. I have a couple of cameo pieces that I will change, and luckily I've been working to place some of these exhibits from my inheritance pieces as permanent features to show the value, to highlight the value of the new works that come up. And this particular one, I thought, well, this is interesting. It was very hard to find an image, number one, and to place it in an oval frame. So I keep this permanently. I was very satisfied with the results, and I figured I'd not touch it. This one's a new one, and this one's not my work. It's part of my collection. I think it's going to go. It was supposed to be for the summer, but I find it doesn't shine, doesn't show as much in the places, several places I've placed it. So I figured I would indeed make a film of what I have, because I like to see the placings, how I place them, for future reference, both of myself and other people. And the reason I make these films is that so people understand there has been work in this corridor, and I have been religiously changing, creating exhibits and changing pieces according to the seasons for many years now. As I mentioned before, it's a race against time, which is why there's not as many as there were before changing vis-a-vis my collection, because I'm very much afraid of problems of people taking the collection as they have, as has been in one particular unopus time, where someone took my very hard work and used it as a national the idea is that it was, again, that was risking national security and was confiscated a national treasure. And this with great force and up to very high places, which it was not finished, and it was not that good. So they took it national treasure, which I never got it back. And several days later, someone came, "Now we're going to arrest you because it's horrible, it's awful, it's not good." I said it's not finished. Tough, they said. So I walked away again with my work, which it took many days to finish, which it was actually not bad. I would have been much better. It was also taking the risk of my life, and it is never acclaimed to me. And I would find out not too long afterwards, because the situation was hostile. The work was placed in some underprivileged high school, of which the students were to use it, assuming, I suppose, that it was some sort of program that was free, which I greatly resented. Anyways, the reason I'm saying this, the work in the gallery has stopped, and it's a very tense time for me, because lots of my work is still unorganized, and I'm afraid that always there's a problem of strange things happening like that. Sorry. Because it just happens, people don't care sometimes. These are one of the incidents that could happen. I'm very glad that I have a relationship. I get some mail actually from a collection from people that, per certain firm that I had contacts before, that does estate sales. And I was happy to see in one very informative email that they have something called photographic inventory. And I absolutely have no funds for that, but at least I know the word. That was precious. So this is Kathy Vivian Fabian speaking from the Sunny Corridor Gallery of her own company called the Art Fabian Company. It's actually an unofficial hanging space. It's the last few days of the summer exhibit, and I'm going to start hanging the autumn one today. So I hope you enjoyed your visit. If you have any comments, you could find me on Facebook under the Art Fabian Company, or you could, write me at kfabian.kathynotes@gmail.com. I also have a business site at the/art/fabian/company .business.site. Let's see, I could give you my website over here. It says over there, right on this poster, created by myself here. And I invite you to visit my treasure gallery. That's my most popular blog. I hope you enjoy it. And there I combine it's musical work that has inspired me a lot. It has been in anime reigned of these small music video tapes. I hope you have a good day, and I'll speak to you soon.